everything that just happened over the past 72 hours inside the world of YouTube and influencer boxing. Deji put out some footage on the mitts that concerned a lot of people, but there was also some more footage of him where he was really turning over with some power on his shots that kind of reinstilled some confidence in people. Also, some strength and conditioning stuff went out from Deji, him working with King Kenny, and it's starting to look a little bit better for Deji in this fight against Fousey at this point in time. The Misfits X DAZN X Series 1 team, entire commentary team, everyone that's working the card was officially announced, and the likes of some pretty big YouTubers like Wade, True Jordy, Keemstar, and Jadion were announced, in addition to Big Zoo, someone that's worked with KSI, Josiah Noble, of course. This excited a lot of people as it made them feel like DAZN was really getting back to the roots of this entire YouTube boxing thing by bringing on some famous influencers. Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate talks and the theoretical matchup that talks about around it begin to really ramp up as Andrew Tate goes on a stream with Aiden Ross and even speaks about it a little bit more.
Can you and Tristan please fight the Paul brothers?
Are they not your friends? Fights, and then.
When was the last time you fought?
Kickboxing. Year and a half ago.
Okay, when was the last time Jake fought?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like if you train, you'll win. But if you go in there without training, I think Jake, it's gonna be a good fight, but I think Jake will win.
Interesting. Anyway, before we talk about that, because these are sophisticated negotiations, right? Which have a lot of parties, so we shouldn't be talking about it on Twitch.
Then KSI releases a music video depicting himself knocking out his 2019 self in a pretty intriguing music video, but showed some possible holes in his game. However, it was just a music video and clearly nothing to really look at and analyze too much. KSI also put out a transformation video showing a roughly 6-month transformation on which he went from fat to not so fat, and he also put out some ab conditioning, or a video of his ab conditioning, at least the London Shoe Fighters in official Instagram. In addition to this, Dillion Danis versus Logan Paul talks supposedly start to ramp up as we see more and more talk put out on social media, especially from Dillion Danis. And then the biggest news story that really launched a lot of controversy around these past 48 hours, Alex Wasabi pulls out of the KSI fight due to a concussion, and Jake Paul calls to be the replacement, even saying that KSI could be the A side and that he could fight him at 180 pounds.
Oh, KSI's fight, man. I heard the news. It sucks for Alex. Obviously, he has a concussion. He can't fight, but now this puts KSI into a corner. If he doesn't accept the fight with me, we all just know that he's scared. KSI will come to London. I will weigh 180 pounds for the fight. You could be the A side. What's your excuse?
Him and KSI then go on to have a bit of a back and forth on Twitter, and just really a long, drawn-out Twitter beef. Jake Paul also put out the entire Hasim Rahman Jr. sparring footage, and it really just confirmed that Hasim was really just trolling Jake, or not really trolling, but definitely toying with the guy in the ring and not putting out a lot of effort and not a lot of output. Hasim Rahman also weighed in on Friday, showing that he could make the 206-pound weight. I'm assuming there was a 1-pound allowance, so he would have made the weight if the weigh-ins happened as he did it on Friday, the day that the weigh-ins would have happened for Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman Jr. In a vlog from Mike Malak, one of Logan Paul's right-hand guys, Logan Paul calls for an Andrew Tate fight and essentially says that the fight should happen. Austin Mcbroom decides to get involved in everything that's been going down, and he asks to replace Alex Wasabi, saying him and JJ were destined to be in the ring a bit sooner than what everyone thought. Jake Paul then goes to put out a video really showing that KSI kind of is ducking him, at least from his perspective.
Do right now is on short notice. Whatever opponent you're gonna announce, no one's gonna give a fuck about them. So your fight is going to be a short notice fight regardless. The bottom line is you're scared, and now you're trying to confuse everyone as to why this happened or why you shouldn't do it. We're not buying it. You officially just became the biggest bitch of all time. And KSI just tweeted hating on me for taking a fight against Tyron Woodley on 3 weeks' notice, basically saying he's an old UFC guy, trying to discredit my opponent. But KSI, I guarantee you, you would never fight Tyron Woodley, and he's ready to step in to fight you on 3 weeks' notice. So if he's just some old UFC guy that you're trying to discredit, why not fight him instead of this no-name opponent you're about to throw in? Because Tyron Woodley's a much bigger name, but you won't do it.
He could beat Jake?
Yes. Yes.
KSI, just admit that you're buying time. Admit that you're not ready to fight me yet. That's what we want to hear. We know your ego is in the way of that. You're acting all tough. You're saying all of these things over the internet, tweeting 1,000,000 times to try to cover your tracks. But the bottom line is, and even your fans see it because under your tweets, the top comment from your fans is just, take the fight, bro. So just admit it. What? You can't do that? We're not mad at you, but we know what's going on here. And the bottom line is, you don't want to fight.
KSI vs. Swarmz then is announced, a guy who I'm not gonna lie, guys, I still don't know who it is. I got some stuff coming around that, but still, like, I don't know who it is. Anyways, KSI and Swarmz is confirmed, and a massive internet backlash is brought upon KSI. Even people like Fidel Riley and Leon Wills, some people that are really close to KSI, even kind of going against it, rightfully so, showing that they're not just yes men, KSI dick riders. Jake goes on to keep attacking KSI, in addition to a lot of the internet saying that this is a stupid fight, and it doesn't really make much sense. I mean, the guy still has a shirt on in the poster. Hasim then goes out to say that he wants to fight Jake on that JJ card, and he'll do it for free, and management, Mams Taylor, KSI's management, seems to agree with it, and KSI kind of responds in a tweet. Then Jake Paul puts out a cryptic tweet, essentially hinting at an announcement and something that everyone assumed would be him versus Andrew Tate, or maybe KSI. Then some leaked footage of Fousey Tube gets, well, leaked, as leaked footage is, showing that he's a bit more technical than what we've seen him, and he looks a lot more smooth and looks a bit more comfortable inside the ring in this footage. Then Jake Paul and KSI get into another spat on Twitter. Clearly this is Jake Paul trying to get some more attention around him for this upcoming announcement. And really, it's agreed that Jake Paul, KSI, Wembley 2023, they verbally agreed to this. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Doesn't mean any contracts have been sent over or anything like that. But a verbal agreement was made on the internet. And I think it'll happen summer 2023 or at least fall 2023 in Wembley Stadium. Jake Paul also makes his announcement. It's just a company, sports betting, and he's launching a bit of a sports show. Also, Slim and Face Temperrr, that's the fight that's been rumored. That starts to really pick up in the rumors around this time. Everyone's expecting that's the fight that's gonna happen. But KSI puts out, or some footage around KSI's put out. KSI does some sort of open workout with DAZN and Misfits, shows some good footwork and head movement on the noodles and some decent power on the bag. He also puts out a bit of a neck workout, which obviously strengthening the neck. Maybe you won't get knocked out as well. And then some big news, breaking news, at the moment, Austin Mcbroom Gibb now set for early September, as Anisan Gibb was officially cleared by the California State Athletic Commission to fight. So clearly it wasn't some sort of serious injury, and obviously that's good to see. So let me know what you guys have thought about this entire thing that's happened. I know I've been away. I wanted to make some breaking news stuff, but couldn't. And yeah, a lot of stuff has been going down in this space. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, it looks like KSI also reacted to Anisan Gibb being cleared to fight from what I just saw on Instagram, and yeah, stuff's going down inside the space, and yeah, it's a great time to be a fan of the sport. Well, the subgenre of the sport. I don't want to just say sport, it's a subgenre, but still.